Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my Halloween series 2025. Now this video was filmed back in spring this year, spring 2025. I am going to be using the Druzy Edge round mold from Moulds and Shapes. Of course, that will be directly linked with your 10% discount code below. But like I said, the first half of this video was filmed months and months ago. It's because I changed my mind. It wasn't filling my heart with happiness. I decided to ditch what I was doing, but save the end result for Halloween. So the second half of this video is filmed in real time, like September 2025. So first up, I was going for a spring botanical vibe, so I am using the Ether Chameleon Powder. Now, this is the Emma Cook Tiny Turner Chameleon Powder, stunning colour, and you can actually purchase this if you wanted to from Wendy at Toonpish Crafts. Wendy at Toonpish Crafts is a distributor for the Tiny Turner's Chameleons. Now again, remembering guys, I was going botanical, so I was just thinking green, this would really work, this was beautiful. I'd got some gorgeous stickers to go in here, and I was really happy with this colour. And I actually really love the colour of my nails. I can't remember even having green nails this year. How bad is my brain? So again, the Druzy Edge on this mould is just stunning. I am brushing the entire Druzy Edge with this beautiful chameleon powder, and I knew that that would give me that greenery that I was really looking for in my botanical series. So once I had finished, I've sped this up for you guys because trust me, real time, you'd be snoring by now. Once I'd finished doing this Druzy Edge with the powder, it was just time to clean up the rest of the mold before filling it with black, and it is stunning. My brain at this point was already saying, oh, see, this is giving Wizard of Oz, this is giving witchy, this is giving Halloween vibes. Already my brain was thinking it. So maybe deep down somewhere I knew that this video was not going to make it and I was going to change track. So at this point I'm just cleaning up that surface with some tape, guys. Where is my brain? It's not masking tape, is it? It's packing tape. I'm using packing tape just to remove the excess of that chameleon powder from the surface, and it really does come away like a dream. So if you ever need to clean, cured resin from a mold or anything like that, packing tape is your number one choice because it really does work like a dream. Now, at this stage, I only want to fill up that Druzy Edge. I don't want any more resin in any more of the tray. I just want black on the background of that Druzy Edge. Black does make the chameleon powders pop, and this was the plan all along. So just fill up that Druzy Edge with the black epoxy resin, and then we just wait 24 hours. We come back, we wait 24 hours for that edge to cure before we move on to doing anything else in this tray. Now, I don't know what spring botanical Claire was thinking. I was pouring slowly, but watching this back on video is way too slowly. Like, who's got time for that? I obviously had more time back in the spring than I do right now. So sped it up for you guys again so you do not have to sit through that. And I'm just waiting for that epoxy resin to do its thing and work its way into all of the nooks and crannies of that beautiful Druzy Edge. Now, once this is fully cured, we're going to go in with a clear layer, and I'm going to be using this Cut Your Own Druzy. This is a huge sheet from Moulds and Shapes again that you can buy, and you can cut your own shapes. Cut it to size. You can use your Cricut. If you have a vinyl cutting machine, you can lay this Druzy sheet down on your Cricut mat. I haven't got much left. It is a massive sheet, I promise, massive sheet, but this is all I've got left. So I decided to lay it down into the mold and cut it to size. I want the whole of the base of this tray to be Druzy. At this point, I'm thinking it would work so well with the Druzy Edge if the inside was also Druzy. Now, you can actually buy that mold from Moulds and Shapes. You don't have to go to this length. If you wanted a mold that is not only Druzy edged but Druzy based, Moulds and Shapes have got you covered. They sell that mold. It's just a mold I don't have. So I was inspired by Moulds and Shapes' mold that I don't have to create this. Now, next up, we're going in with a clear layer. Like it said on the screen, this is 24 hours later, so that black edge is now completely cured. And all I want now is a super, super thin layer. I don't want too much. I literally just want enough resin to be able to take that druzy sheet. Now, guys, you can see how old this video is. My old heat gun came out. I did not have the new heat gun at this point. So again, throwback. Oh, good times. Using the old heat gun to remove any potential air bubbles that may come out in the resin. I don't want my druzy sheet to lay down on top of air bubbles. So again, just making sure that I've well and truly heated that resin up and there are 0 bubbles at this point. Now to lay the druzy sheet down, I'm just creating a taco and I'm letting the epoxy resin layer take the druzy sheet. I'm going so slowly, it's painful to watch back in real time, but allowing it, you can see it when you're that close to it, you can actually see where the resin line is and how much of the druzy that the resin has already taken. So again, just laying it down so slowly to avoid any huge trapped air bubbles. Now again, since filming this, I would now, if I was to do this again, I would use alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol. Again, I learned that from Wendy at Toonfish Crafts. She does that with her inlays and her druzies as well. Spraying it with alcohol will also help the resin work its way through all of the nooks and crannies of the druzy sheet. So another 24 hours later, and it is time to peel back the druzy sheet, revealing the most stunning crystal cut, like chopped glass, druzy bottom of this mold. Absolutely beautiful. It's everything I expected it to be. I've used this druzy sheet before and this is the exact kind of thing you get, I guess. And I knew at this point it would match the edge, although the druzy sheet is not as big and chunky and hunky and, you know, big chunky druzy as the edge is. But it was still going to work. It was still going to match. So again, I'm sticking to the same color. This is the Ether Chameleon powder from Tiny Turner, distributed by Wendy at Toonfish Crafts. And again, like I said, a reminder that I was going for a spring botanical feel. So for me, the whole tray was going to be green. And then I was going to add to it to create what I can only describe as a pure green botanical garden. Now this was going on quite slowly. I don't know what spring Claire was thinking of, why I decided to use the smallest brush known to man. Like I said, I think I had more patience back in March, April than I do now. Clearly, as the year goes on, it takes its toll. And then come November, December, I'm like, just use a big fat brush, please, because this was killing me. It's killing me watching it back. So again, I've sped it up for you guys so you do not have to sit through this in real time. You just want to make sure that every millimeter of that surface is fully coated in the chameleon powder so that when you back it in your black epoxy resin, you won't just see black, you will see 100% coverage from that powder. So again, it's time to fill this mold up to the very, very tippity top, and I am using epoxy resin. And this was filmed so long ago, I don't know what epoxy resin I was using, but it was most likely oh guys, my brain. It was most likely either Let's Resin or Apex, because I've used those two resins mostly this year. I do have other resins and I feel guilty. I need to actually get them out of the shelves and use them. Again, pouring really slowly because April 2025 Claire had a lot more patience than autumn winter 2025 Claire. But again, we shall speed this up because nobody needs to sit through that in real time. Okay, we are nearly done. Now, once I have filled this up, I do go over it either with a heat gun or a blowtorch. Can't quite remember what I did, but this is 24 hours later and time to demold. My immediate gut instinct was it's very dark. It's very wicked. You know, the film, the West End stage show, it's very Halloween. And yeah, I think at this point I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm absolutely not feeling it. The plan I had back in spring was to use these. Now I got these from, it was either Amazon or Shein. They are Monstera leaf stickers. They are stunning. I cannot wait to use them next year. I didn't really get the chance to use them much at all and I wasn't feeling it. I even put a post out on my Patreon and I just said, like, it's either this or this. I think I had 3 choices, and all of my patrons said, go with the Monstera leaves. And I said, yeah, absolutely, I agree. So I did. I went for it. I started peeling them all back and sticking them down. But here's the thing. The edges of these stickers, now these aren't UVDTFs, right? They're actual stickers, and that was bugging me. It was bugging me that the edges of these stickers were super visible. Now there was a chance that once I poured epoxy resin down that the edges would disappear, because quite, you know, they do disappear. But for me, I think when I use stickers, I prefer to not peel them. I prefer to not peel them at all. So at this point, my heart wasn't in it. I removed all of the stickers and I told my patrons, I'm saving the tray for Halloween. Like, I'm just not feeling it. It wasn't singing to me. It was too dark for spring botanical. You know, it was just, yeah. That's how it all played out, and that's what happened. So here I am. This was filmed at the beginning of September 2025, when I was just starting my Halloween videos and my gorgeous autumnal nails. And it had to be, didn't it? It absolutely had to be Salem. This was a file already on my Cricut design space. I typed in Salem. It came up. And it just fit the bill. It was everything and more. And I knew then I'd made the right decision. I knew that if I create this, place this down on this tray, it's going to be the perfect result I wanted in the first place. Just not, 6 months later. Now, I'm not using actual transfer tape here. I've started using contact paper. It works, but then it doesn't work. It doesn't grip the vinyl like I want it to. So it was a little bit fiddly, but guys, already, immediately yes. It is everything and more, and it fills my heart with the happiness I was looking for back in spring that I didn't quite achieve. And I am so glad. I literally took the stickers off that day. I was like, right, you are going in my Halloween molds box, because the minute Halloween comes, I'm going to see you. I'm going to remember. I'm going to keep the footage, and I'm going to save the footage into a Halloween folder, so that as soon as I start Halloween in September, you're the first thing I'm coming to. You are the first project I'm doing. And I stuck to it, and I am so happy I did, because as soon as I saw that in the box, I was like, oh my goodness me, I need to finish you. I need to actually complete you and create you, make you a Halloween tray and not the spring tray. And yeah, sometimes things just go that way, and that's absolutely fine. I'm really happy. For me, this is perfect. This is everything I wanted and more. And now all we have to do is top coat. So again, the top coat is going on just to seal that vinyl in and give it that stunning, reflective, crisp mirror shine that a top coat gives you. And guys, since filming this in spring, of course, we've upgraded our heat gun. So once I moved the tray all around, just making sure that resin was reaching the edges and I had enough in there not to create any potential fisheyes or any divots or dinks, then it was time to get my new since spring, let's resin heat gun out and give it a really good slow going over with the heat gun, making sure that there's absolutely no air pockets in there. And I do this very thoroughly, but you don't need to sit through that in real time, so we shall skip forward again. I have bought myself a set of microwave covers from Amazon, and this is what was going to protect that top coat, and this one is perfect for this mold, so fit like a dream. This is what we're looking like 24 hours later. I am obsessed. This is me, full on obsessed. So happy. It needed this. It absolutely needed this. And I'm glad I quit that video to save it, because, oh my gosh, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. I hope you love this as much as me, and I hope you feel inspired. And remembering, if something's not quite going your way and you're not feeling it with every fiber of your being, then it's okay to quit hold on to it for another day. Put it to one side for the summer, or put it to one side for the winter, or wherever it is that you're being called to save it for. Now, again, since filming in the spring, I have also got my brand new sanding machine from Let's Resin, and guys, I've been using it a lot. I'm getting a lot of hand issues lately. If you watch my home channel, you will know what I'm going through with the daily pain that I am now in, and that is not a sales tactic. You don't need this machine. You can buy sandpaper and do it by hand. But for me personally, this machine has been a godsend at the right time, because it really is saving so much harder. You know, it'd been so much harder for me to physically sand down by hand. So again, not a plug for the machine, because sandpaper does the same thing. I just don't have the strength anymore in my hands to be able to do that. So using the new sanding machine that I've recently got from Let's Resin to take those sharp edges off. The edges were still there from spring, and the machine did a great job at bringing it back to life. But guys, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so me, right up my street. Thank you so much for watching. If you've stayed to the end, this was a bizarre one. To hold on to some film for that long and not lose it was a win for me. I hope you feel inspired. The mould will be linked below. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.